you're someone who came out disappointed during the Backrooms movie, I recommend you watch the rest of this video. I've heard people online say that's a stupid test. I mean, kind of not. I mean, I think movies are a part of enjoyment, and if you didn't enjoy this movie, you didn't enjoy it. But I think a lack of understanding for this movie is also a lack of enjoyment, so I recommend you watch this video. So critically, this movie is doing better than audience-wise on its scores, and I'm going to tell you why, and also it's the same reason why I'm going to assume most people walked out of this movie not enjoying it or just wanting more story. The story of the movie is throughout the entire film, but the story isn't the parts that we get with Clark and the therapist. The story is the thematic elements and the symbolism and everything that is done throughout the entire movie, including the backrooms, and I'll kind of explain that with the windows and stuff that I'll be talking about in a second. But in order to get to the windows and everything about the symbolism, we have to kind of just talk about how the backrooms works, or how we know that it works. In my headcanon, the way I imagine it is you walk through the door, and when you walk through the door, the second you walk through, your memories, your backrooms get put into the backrooms. That's just how it works in my head. I know it's going to work for a lot of different people, a lot of different ways, but that's how it works in my head. The only way that we truly know that it works is it takes stuff from people, takes stuff from their minds, takes stuff from reality, and puts it into this world. There are so many interesting parallels. The stop sign not having the white dot at the bottom left, furniture being like the main thing around Clark's vicinity of the backrooms. You know, when he enters, all he sees is furniture for a while, but then you keep going deeper and there's a lot of different shit. It's so interesting seeing all the different types of ways that the backrooms can manipulate reality. And at the very beginning of the movie, I was really keying in on this one flag that said no credit needed, and it went up into this is within the first 5 minutes of the movie. It went up into the ceiling. It was like halfway cut off, but it says no credit needed, presumably, and it's like really long, and it's like one long tarp, and it's like stretched out, and I had never noticed it the first time in the movie. I was like looking in the real world. I was like, where is it? Like, I can't see the real thing, like what presumably the backrooms is recreating. But then if you see in Clark's furniture store, it's the exact same thing, but it's like a square. It's just like it's not stretched out like a rectangular, like a long text. It's in like a box. It's more like no credit needed, you know, the no credits at the top and the needed is at the bottom, compared to the long stretched out tarp where it was no credit needed. So it's really interesting to see how the backrooms can just twist things, like literally everything. It's taking everything from reality and our minds and just reiterating it and changing it slightly to fit that world. But the backrooms shows that it doesn't just recreate thoughts and ideas and items from our real world. It also shows that it recreates events. It recreates as we see when Clark crawls through the long tunnel, when he gets across it, we finally see that there's a whole room in there, and there's a throne in the middle, and there's two separate pairs of shoes. And on a rewatch, I've noticed that those are his camera people's shoes, like the people who film for him, like the boyfriend and girlfriend. And the throne is the throne that he sat on that tipped over when he was filming the commercial.
Here, a cotton candy! No way.
Mark, you good?
Turn the camera. No, it's good. It's outtake stuff.
So if you've been paying attention during this whole thing, you've noticed that I've brought up windows a couple of times. The window thing is such a prevalent part about the movie, and if you didn't understand any of it, or it went over your head, I'm sorry, but you need to rewatch this movie. That is such a crucial part of the movie. It's not just the symbolism or thematic elements, it is the story, It is the backrooms. It is our characters. You need to understand that in order to understand the movie and enjoy the movie. Like I said at the beginning of this movie, I think this movie is, if you don't understand it, you're not going to enjoy it. Or if you're not paying attention, you're not going to like it. So it's all about how open you are as a person, is really what this movie is. How open are you to these things being introduced? And are you willing to go out of your way to notice them as a viewer? Some people like to turn their brains off during movies. I get that. This is not a turn your brain off movie, though. You need to be paying attention. The windows is a very crucial part. You will be watching this movie and noticing that every decision that's made by the characters is because of their understanding of the world. And the whole window parallel, the whole like stepping through the window and becoming a new person, taking that path and just stepping through that glass door, taking a new path, becoming a good person, becoming a new person, and looking at your past and saying bye to it. Clark does not do that by the end of this movie, and we understand that because of the character decisions he's made throughout the movie. We see that he's drinking at his furniture store late at night and he can't go home, or he doesn't have a home to go to. We see that he gets upset when the power turns off. He's like an angry person, very bottled up emotions, just always thinks that he's the victim, you know. That's his character. Mary is kind of the exact opposite. She understands all these things. She is the therapist. She is the one who's ultimately going to want to get out of here, because it is what Clark iterates a mess. And to just kind of talk about the end of this movie, I think Clark dying by his monster does make sense, because his monster is not the victim in the story. I hear that all the time online. The monster is not the victim. The monster is an amalgamation of all his trauma, rage, everything emotion-wise. It's just bottled up into that. And the reason why it's his still life is able to kill people and move around is because of the fact that he is who he is in real life. You know, the people, the redhead, the person in the wheelchair, the big guy sitting at the table with the 6 eyes, they don't move because they're presumably in real life a lot more docile or chill than Clark is. So we understand that the redhead in the room is his wife based on the scalping, and also when Clark's monster enters the room, we see her run into the corner and try and leave. So it can be kind of presumed that Clark was abusive as well, and not just a drunk. But in my headcanon, I would like to think that Mary, when found by the company, she understands taking a new path. She understands dealing with what you have. I think she ends up working for the company, and she is going to do, I can't remember the character's name, but Mark Duplass's, if you guys know the actor, you know who I'm talking about. His character, she's going to do his job. She's just going to go throughout the back rooms and notice new things each time and work for this company, and it'll kind of be like a trade-off, you know. You don't kill me, I work for you, you know, and she'll probably get paid too on top of it, but you know, it's exactly what she has to deal with, and she understands that this is a new path for her. And though she didn't try to find the spot, it's what she has to deal with, you know. She went out of her way to go into this room to try and get Clark, but she didn't really want to. So that's the whole different parallel with Mary and Clark, is Clark wanted to go in there and Mary doesn't. She has to find Clark. So if you didn't understand these things, give this movie a rewatch. I promise you, you will enjoy it a lot more.